loyalty.
Baha'i Faith.
In every country where any of this people reside, they must behave towards the government of that country with loyalty, honesty, and truthfulness. This is that which hath been revealed at the behest of him who is the ordainer, the Ancient of Days. Tablets of Baha'u'llah Revealed after the Kitab-i-Aqdas.
God hath prescribed unto this people the duty of aiding whosoever will aid them, of serving his best interests, and of demonstrating to him their abiding loyalty. Gleanings from the Writings of Baha'u'llah.
As God manifests loyalty and mercy, why should we show forth enmity and hatred? Surely the divine policy is more perfect than human plan and theory. For no matter how wise and sagacious man may become, he can never attain a policy that is superior to the policy of God, the promulgation of universal peace.
He walked the ways of love. He was known to all for steadfast loyalty and pure intent. May God fill up reunion's cup for him in a fair country, make him to enter the everlasting kingdom, and console his eyes with beholding the lights of that mysterious realm. Memorials of the Faithful.
For sincerity and loyalty he had no match, nor for patience and inner calm. He was selflessness itself, living on the breaths of the Spirit. Memorials of the Faithful.
He kept on serving with love and loyalty purely for the sake of God. Memorials of the Faithful.
There was no fickleness in him. His inner condition was always the same, stable, constant, firmly rooted as the hills. Whenever I call him to mind and remember that patience and serenity, that loyalty, that contentment, involuntarily, I find myself asking God to shed his bounties upon Aqwa Ali, Memorials of the Faithful.
Each and every one is required to show obedience, submission, and loyalty towards his own government. Selections from the Writings of Abdu'l-Baha'u'llah.
For the attributes of the people of faith are justice and fair-mindedness, forbearance and compassion and generosity, consideration for others, candor, trustworthiness and loyalty, love and loving-kindness, devotion and determination and humanity, the secret of divine civilization.
Serve ye the sovereigns of the world with utmost truthfulness and loyalty. Show obedience unto them, and be their well-wishers. Without their leave and permission, do not meddle with political affairs, for disloyalty to the just sovereign is disloyalty to God himself. Baha'i Administration.
Buddhism.
In 5 ways should a wife as the Western direction be respected by a husband: by honoring, not disrespecting, being faithful, sharing authority, and by giving gifts. Tipitaka.
Others will be faithless. We shall be faithful here. Thus effacement can be done. Tipitaka.
Khrad.
By heaven's will, a marriage is a predestined affinity. Uphold the matrimonial pledge for life. Be a loyal husband and a faithful wife. Heavenly way and worldly way.
Be a completely loyal friend, though others betray and are ungrateful. Our mistakes we must first rectify. Others' faults, let the gods be the witnesses. True teaching of the great vehicle.
The officials' loyalty to their nation is demonstrated through their complete dedication to their duties and efforts to stabilize the country, from keeping peace to taking care of people's well-being, so as to bring prosperity, contentment, and happiness to all. Annotation of the Sutra of Repentance.
People are loyal to their nation by complying with the laws and policies of the state, fulfill their obligations to the state, such as labour, national defence, pay taxes, and honest living. Annotation of the Sutra of Repentance.
Apart from being loyal to their country, people must also be loyal to their present employers. They should consider the success or failure of their employer as theirs. They should be diligent and honest in their work, and should not try to evade difficult tasks. Annotation of the Sutra of Repentance.
Christianity.
Do not revile the king even in your thoughts, or curse the rich in your bedroom, because a bird of the air may carry your words, and a bird on the wing may report what you say. Holy Bible.
By faith, Moses, when he had grown up, refused to be known as the son of Pharaoh's daughter. He chose to be mistreated along with the people of God, rather than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a short time. He regarded disgrace for the sake of Christ as of greater value than the treasures of Egypt, because he was looking ahead to his reward. Holy Bible.
Do not blaspheme God or curse the ruler of your people. Holy Bible.
Confucianism.
If a man withdraws his mind from the love of beauty and applies it as sincerely to the love of the virtuous, if in serving his parents he can exert his utmost strength, if in serving his prince he can devote his life, if in his intercourse with his friends his words are sincere, although men say that he has not learned, I will certainly say that he has. The Confucian Analects.
Hold faithfulness and sincerity as the first principles. The Confucian Analects.
The Duke Ting asked how a prince should employ his ministers, and how ministers should serve their prince. Confucius replied, a prince should employ his minister according to the rules of propriety. Ministers should serve their prince with faithfulness. The Confucian Analects.
Tu Zhang asked, saying, the minister Tu Wen thrice took office, and manifested no joy in his countenance. Thrice he retired from office, and manifested no displeasure. He made it a point to inform the new minister of the way in which he had conducted the government. What do you say of him? The master replied, he was loyal. The Confucian Analects.
Hinduism.
Dangers bring no woe or sorrow to the true and faithful wife. Mahabharata.
This is she, the soft-eyed Sita, wept with unavailing tear. This is she, the faithful consort unto Rama ever dear, unforgetting and unchanging, truthful still in deed and word. Sita, in her silent suffering sorrows for her absent Lord. Mahabharata.
Hua Buddhism.
For the loyal and the upright, both the king and his subjects, lotus flowers vie to blossom, welcoming the faithful servants and the true spiritual practitioners. The complete book of prophecy to expound the Dharma.
The king-subject relationship must uphold unreserved loyalty. The master-disciple bond must be forever honored. The father-son love must be preserved for life. Husband and wife must live in harmony till death. The complete book of prophecy to expound the Dharma.
Islam.
The righteous women are devoutly obedient, and guard in the husband's absence what Allah would have them guard. Holy Qur'an.
I have never been false to him in his absence. Holy Qur'an.
That he may ask the loyal of their loyalty. Holy Qur'an.
Shintoism.
The emperor, who from the first had heard that Nihongi Hinomikoto, ancestor of the Mononobe clan, had come down from heaven, finding that he now had actually performed faithful service, accordingly praised him and was gracious to him. Nihongi.
Nakatomi no Kamako no Muraji, founder of Fujiwara clan, cherished the most sincere loyalty. Nihongi.
This shows that from ancient times until now, there have been many cases of auspicious omens appearing in response to virtuous rulers. But why should we, who are so empty and shallow, have this good fortune? It is no doubt wholly due to our assistants, the ministers, Omi, Muraji, Tomo no Miyako, and Kuni no Miyako, each of whom, with the utmost loyalty, conforms to the regulations that are made. Nihongi.
Taoism.
In the same way, a subject finds his rest in serving his ruler, without reference to or choice of the business, and this is the fullest discharge of loyalty. Chuang Tzu.
They were upright and correct, without knowing that to be so was righteousness. They loved one another without knowing that to do so was benevolence. They were honest and true-hearted, without knowing that it was loyalty. Chuang Tzu.
Discoursing of benevolence, righteousness, loyalty and good faith, being humble and frugal, self-forgetful and courteous. All this is simply symptomatic of self-cultivation. Chuang Tzu.
Zoroastrianism.
In disposition, he is the more faithful, in whom there is nothing whatever of deceit and pretense. Menog-i.
The woman who is young, who is properly disposed, who is faithful, who is respected, who is good-natured, who enlivens the house, whose modesty and awe are virtuous, a friend of her own father and elders, husband and guardian, handsome and replete with animation, is chief over the women who are her own associates. Menog-i.
For more details, please visit www.suprememastertv.com/WOW-scrolls.